cable networks. With Dave Logan, I'm Dave Armstrong. Hoiberg gets free inside.
One of the few times, and a nice look by Mikulek as Hoiberg cut inside and was all by himself. Those are the kind of shots that the Cyclone is going to have.
And a bunch of them. But the Cyclones came back 11 down on Oklahoma last week. Williams, who hasn't scored, but Reeves sure had. Wow!
He wants to high-five somebody. He said, give me some, and couldn't find anybody to turn around. Well, that's a lot of man coming to the bucket from the weak side. That rim is still shaking.
Mikulek pulls up for the jumper and hits it. Mikulek, he's got to heat up in the second half. A guy averaging 13 a game, had only 3 at the break.
And he's a guy you have to make him put it on the floor. If you let him set and look at the bucket and take it, he's going to hit the majority of his shots. Got a nice touch for a big guy.
Cowboys swinging the ball around with 22 on the shot clock. Into Houston. He glides in, count the basket. He's fouled by Mikulek.
The Cyclones got caught in a switch. Eaton got rubbed off. And a great move by Houston. Once he catches the basketball, he goes right to the basket. Here's Reeves the last time down, the big fella following in from the weak side. And Country put that one home. There he looked to say, hey, give me 5. All right, I won't do it.
Man, Country put that one into the country.
Yes. Into the county.
Houston misses the free throw. Byron Houston now with 21 points. He scored 20 points in 6 of the last 7 games. Hoiberg takes it in on Reeves, and then Hoiberg loses it out of bounds.
I like him. An aggressive player, takes the ball strong to the bucket. Only a freshman, was the Iowa Player of the Year last year in high school. He's going to be an excellent player the next couple of years.
He's a gutsy guy, Dave, a guy that, as we've watched this game, seems to always be around that basketball.
He's a fine football player in high school, too, so you know he's tough. Looking inside for Houston or Reeves.
Alexander trying to get it inside to Reeves. Now thinks better of it with 15 on the shot clock. Houston with that little head fake. It's partially blocked, and he tosses it back up and in.
He's so quick off the floor. Good help weak side by Mikulek. Tipped the basketball, but Houston doesn't need much effort to regain himself and go right back up. Good.
Back door to Hoiberg.
But can he pass the ball? Mikulek sees a lot of court.
He's a freshman. Plays with the experience of playing on that Czechoslovakian team and comes in as a freshman. With Hoiberg and Mikulek, both freshmen, Orr's got to be thrilled. That'll be a turnover for the Cowboys, over and back. 16:27 to go. There's about 9 minutes to go when Johnny Orr's club ignited against Oklahoma a week ago. Williams, who came out and got an earful from Eddie Sutton, is replaced by Cornell Hatcher. Well, Mikulek didn't have the good pass that time. Bayless was going down towards the basket.
Sometimes you can fake out your own man trying to cut to the bucket. Mikulek expected Bayless to come back. Bayless was headed to the hole. And that's what pressure defense will do to you over time.
Hoiberg almost stole it away. Hatcher was a little careless with the basketball, and Hoiberg almost picked his pocket.
And Eddie Sutton, not a happy man right now, up off the bench. He will get after these Cowboys, even though they're undefeated and ranked 3rd nationally. We watched practice yesterday, and everybody got a little bit of talking to.
Houston goes for 3. Mikulek on the rebound. Mikulek loves to come down on the dribble. Here comes Thigpen flying in. Let's see if they count the basket. As a foul is going to go on Sutton for sliding underneath Thigpen.
Gotta count it.
And they will count it.
Well, Thigpen, you know he wants to get off in the second half because in the first half he had only 4 points. He's going to the hole right here. Now Sutton, that last little step, he slides underneath, and that's the call. And I think a correct call, although unpopular here in Stillwater. That last instant when he slid to the right, that's the call.
And Thigpen hits the big three the traditional way, and ISU is hanging around. Cowboys leading with 15:50 to go in the ball game, 52-37. Phillips 66 station, enter the Super Clean Sweepstakes for a chance to win a trip for two to Acapulco or the '92 National College Basketball Championship. You can also win a trip to the Phillips 66 Big 8 tournament or tickets to Big 8 home games in your area. Enter now at participating Phillips 66 stations. Houston, wow!
What a great pass from Alexander. He gets the basketball, gives it right back to Houston on time, and the Thunder dunk.
And Houston now with 25.
And that comes with playing with a guy for 4 years. Alexander's been here as long as Byron Houston has.
Thigpen pulls up, and Thigpen's starting to heat things up. Well, ISU has outscored Oklahoma State 11-10 to start the second half. Houston again. This time it won't go, and Mikalik has the rebound. Dribbling it left-handed on the fast break, and stolen away eventually by Houston, although it was Hatcher that got the hand in. I think Orr appreciates that dribbling by Mikalik, but in that case, he'd like them to dish it off to somebody. Alexander streaking baseline. And off a Hatcher and out of bounds, it'll go to ISU. Say, friends, back by popular demand, the 20-ounce mugs with a Phillips 66 University logo. There's one for each of the Big 8 universities. So get yours while supplies last at your participating Phillips 66 dealer. Hoiberg again gets free. It would have counted had it gone, and a foul is going to go inside, I think, on Alexander. That's his first.
Then again, the Iowa State offense at its best when Mikalik has the ball at the top of the key because of his size and passing ability, and also he can hurt you offensively there. He can score from the top of the key. You get people cutting to the bucket by themselves, and a good pass to Hoiberg.
Because he can score, that forces the other guys big man out, right?
You've got to play him honestly, and it opens up the middle of the court. Not many guys 6'9", 6'10", do you have to worry about when they're 17 to 18 feet from the bucket.
Sutton might have noticed that the same thing and brings the bigger Reeves out and brings in the more lithe Davis. And Williams will also check in. He comes in for Alexander. Hoiberg will go to the line, a 74% free throw shooter. That's Fred Hoiberg at the line. And it's 54-41. The Clones have pulled to within 13.
Little backcourt pressure, trying to take some time off the clock, but this team for the Cowboys can fly. Iowa State does a good job just getting back defensively.
Inside Houston, and 3 seconds in the lane. Turnover for OSU. Talking to the coaches yesterday, I said, are you guys playing as well as you have all year? And one of the coaches said, no, we peaked at the NIT.
Yeah, it's tough to stay at that level the entire season. They're not playing offensively as well as this coaching staff would like to see, but I tell you what, defensively, I haven't seen anybody play better this year.
I don't know how you can get any better. Mikalik looking for Thigpen and throw it away.
See, Justice has got to go through with that cut. He gives Mikalik the sign that he's going to the bucket, and it's too late for Julius to change his mind. That ball's in the air. Justice stopped on the cut, kind of like a quarterback and receiver. Once you take it to the post, you better stay there and go all the way.
Sutton gets it to Houston, and he is fouled. It might be on Bivens. At least that's what the ISU coaching staff is hoping for. It is on Mikulik instead, and that's what they weren't hoping for as he picks up his third.
See, look how strong he is. He just holds Bivens off with the right hand. He's got position. Once he turns you and he gets inside position, he's so wide and so strong, you just can't get around him. And he can hold you there until the ball is rotated and finally knocked inside.
And Jim Hallahan over there trying to figure out what Mikulik is saying as he's looking. They really like the wisdom of Mikulik. They say he really knows the game of basketball.
When I say Byron Houston's gained 15 pounds from last year, and it's well-distributed weight. It didn't look like he's carrying a lot of weight, but big and strong up top. Develop that outside game.
He doesn't gain 15 pounds like you and I, and we worry about it. He wanted to because of getting a little more muscle.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's very true.
That's right. You look at that calendar, the first of the year, and you go, well, let's check the scale.
He gets wider up top, we get wider on the bottom.
That's right. That's all too true. Big Pen dribbling through traffic. Hoiberg gets it out. Bayless is wide open for a three. It comes down into the hands of Williams. Hatcher and Williams play catch with it side to side. Houston, how does he come up with it so much?
Well, Davis did a good job of keeping the ball free, and Houston again with that size and strength inside and great hands. Byron Houston, once he gets his hands in the ball, it's going nowhere.
He got suction cups on those fingertips, I'm convinced. Meyer with nowhere to go. Now Hatcher. And a foul's going to go on Iowa State Fred Hoiberg, who picks up his first. So just when the Cyclones were making a run and pulled it within 13, the Cowboys counter now and lead 57-41.
Yeah, it looked like Iowa State was starting to get things going offensively, but you have to take care of the basketball every time down the court. They wear you out. They just wear on you and wear you down, and you have to work so hard just to handle the ball that it takes away from looking at the basket and really being offensively tough.
Now they emphasize that point as Hatcher hits the free throw. The Cowboys have limited their opposition to 40% from the field. That's unbelievable.
Well, I would say Iowa State is well under that mark right now.
Hatcher hits them both, and it's an 18-point Cowboy lead.